It's the newest exhibit coming to the Bristol Country Music Museum, highlighting the work of some of the region's most respected instrument makers. Charlene Tipton Baker is here to tell us all about the new exhibit, Luthier's Craft. Charlene, as always, we love having you here on Daytime.
I love being here.
Yeah. Well, thank you for coming. Before we kind of get to this new exhibit, we want to mention that you guys are looking for some volunteers for an event.
For the museum, and we have a huge staple of volunteers. We're so glad that people want to help and they want to be part of what we're doing there. But we do incrementally throughout the year. We do sort of a little volunteer training session. October 17th is the first one coming up, and there's 2 training sessions. They go to the first one and see if they kind of would like it and kind of get an overview, and then if they want to move on to the second training session, then that's a little more in-depth.
Kind of finalizes it.
So we do this several times a year, and this is our fall event, and we just urge people to come out if they're interested in being part of what we do at the museum, and they can get a feel for what they can be in the front of the crowd as much as they want, or they can be in the background helping with installing exhibits and things like that. Right now we're doing that transition of taking an exhibit apart, the Things Come Apart exhibit, and packing that away, and then we're moving into this new exhibit that opens up November 3rd.
Yeah, Luthier's Craft. Tell me a little bit about Luthier's Craft and this new exhibit coming up.
So Luthier's Craft, instrument making traditions of the Blue Ridge, and I'm referring to my phone just to make sure I get everything.
Your notes.
That is on loan to us from the Mount Airy Museum of Regional History
in North Carolina.
In Mount Airy, North Carolina. And what it is there's so many skilled craftsmen in southern Appalachian in the Blue Ridge Mountain. And a luthier is just a fancy word for someone who makes a stringed instrument. So we like to use that word a lot and freak people out because it's one of those. But people like Wayne Henderson, who is world famous. Eric Clapton owns a guitar and had I think his wait list, he had to wait for it, and his wait list is years long. He's created probably over 500 instruments. So people like Wayne will have a part of the exhibit from Mount Airy, and let's just run down the little list here. Fiddle makers Audrey Ham and Chris Testerman, banjo maker Johnny Gentry, dulcimer maker Ernest Combs, and then our edition. We always try to curate a little bit extra into our special exhibits. So the Birthplace of Country Music Museum has brought in Luthier's Randall Eller, Jimmy Edmonds, Kevin Four, and Chuck Tipton, who was my dad.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
And all of these instruments have a story. They're very I've been in my dad's workshop when he does a lot of repair work in the region, and it is such a skill that a lot of these people just have learned. My dad, he was a studio musician for many years and decided he was tired of oh gosh, I got to get my guitar fixed by somebody else, and he wanted to learn how to do that. So he read everything he could on the craft, and basically, the first guitar he built from scratch will be part of that exhibit. So I'm very proud of that.
That is really cool for you, having that personal connection, but also a great way for people in the area to come see how many craftsmen and artists are here just in our region.
Yeah, and if you think about it, music is the thing around here, and all of these people are world renowned. And from, like I said, Eric Clapton, the average person may not realize how much attention these craftspeople get from the music community who know and play those guitars. Terry Clark plays, who's coming to the Paramount soon. She plays one of my dad's guitars, and he has done work on Brad Paisley's famous Paisley guitars. So there are lots of stories about these people, and it's almost a 6 degrees of separation between the entire music world.
Music connects us all, doesn't it?
And and it's all here at home. So I hope people will come and take advantage of this really special exhibit. It's really special to me, but it'll be going on through March 4th.
Starts on November 3rd.
November 3rd. We're a little ways away, but we wanted to prepare everybody and let them know that it's coming, because we feel like this is a really special exhibit.
And have them mark it on the calendar. Well, Charlene, thank you so much. Make sure you stop by the Birthplace of Country Music Museum in Bristol for the Luthier's Craft exhibit happening November 3rd through March 4th. Charlene, thanks again.
Thank you.